Y'all, look at this. I'm gonna explain it like this to my daughter. Y'all can straight up hear it. Word per word. Imagine the left is God at the beginning of time. And then God says, come here. I'm gonna show you. It's cool. You see that little thing? That little orange speck? If I can zoom in. You see that little orange speck? That is earth and heavens. You see how many different colors it has? That is the beginning of earth and heaven. Right there. At the very beginning. That is, yes. That is in his, yes, that is Jesus. Because this whole thing is part of Jesus, yes. And look at, it all exists because this says this is going to happen. And then look at, you see what this happens? Right here. God and Jesus say, let there be light. And what is that? That's the start of light. All the colors of light right there in a circle.
Because first it was dark and now it's light.
You get it. How did you get that? And then watch what happens. Ready? Let there be light. That's what Daddy found. I found that math right here. Look, this shows it. They already know. They just don't have the actual formula. And the light goes boom. But light goes so fast. So in reality, this is in slow motion. I could speed this up and it's still not even fast enough because we can't even know it's so fast. I can't tell. It's so fast. It's instant. This is slow motion. Watch. This is the very beginning of time waves. This is gravity waves. These are coming back. These are going to come back because the end is also God. Right? Jesus says, I am the beginning and the end. So it's going to come back. Look. That's the beginning of time. This is where we are. We are right here. You see how there's a difference? You see how there's blue right there? Uh-oh. What? Boom. Yeah, watch. I gotta pause it. Boom. Boom. So, this is... I go like that. I go like that. I turn. This is close to what?
That looks like a building.
What does it look like?
That looks like a butterfly.
Butterfly? Could it look like a big circle?
And it has an X on top of it.
It does look like an X. Could it look like a bridge? Yeah. What if I told you it was a circle?
Well, that has horns.
A little bit, huh? Does it look like a crown?
Yeah.
What if I told you there's a part in the Bible, right? You might have heard it in school. Who's the king? Who's the king in the Bible?
Jesus.
Out of the mouth of babes. You know what this time is called right here? It's called the Millennial Kingdom. A lot of people don't believe it exists. Only very few people do. And a lot of people don't believe they can prove it in science, but in science, no, this is happening because this is the result of the Big Bang. That light, ultra dense mass, let there be light, Big Bang, light, rainbow. And then the waves of it, the waves of making the rainbow rippled. And it created the ripple effect. And then as it traveled, the Holy Spirit stabilized it. Yeah. We have humanity from Adam to Noah was not that long, but people lived very long. And they had the dinosaurs come up. And then you had the flood. And then after the flood, time kind of dilated a little bit because Earth dramatically changed mathematically. And then time flowed because things were different. And then after the slowness, the Holy Spirit came. How did the Holy Spirit here? At the cross. Oh. And then... Oh, what was the cross? Oh, there's a ripple.
It looks like two swords.
Ooh, yeah, because when the Lord comes, he fights all his enemies. And you know what his enemy is?
The devil.
Yeah, and you know what the devil is in charge of? What would you say is?
Jesus.
No. Wrong. Let's say it this way. Oops. The best way is chaos.
Yeah.
The devil is in charge of chaos, right? Chaos means everything goes crazy. Demons love chaos too. And people don't believe they exist, but they
Well,
do.
what's charged in Jesus?
God. Jesus is God. You know why? Because who's the light?
Heaven.
Who's in charge of heaven?
Jesus.
So if Jesus is the light and Jesus is heaven, who's in charge? What? Who's God?
Jesus, Dad.
Who's Jesus dad? And so Jesus is God. If Jesus is in charge of heaven and Jesus dad is in heaven, Jesus what? They're both
Jesus, Dad.
they're the same one. They're different, but they're the same one. You know how I know? Because one is justice.
Justice.
Yes, you know what justice is? Justice is the mean, I'm gonna spank your butt.
Nah.
And then you know what justice turns to? Mercy. You know what mercy is? Mercy is, I should spank you, but I'm gonna wait and make sure. I'm gonna check and I'm gonna wait. And if I find out that you need a spank, it's gonna be a breathing, and I'm gonna be like, you know what? I'm gonna see if there's a better alternative first, only if it's necessary. Like you might have really hurt yourself. And sometimes it has to be quick, but it's up to God. Sometimes. But I don't spank you that much anyways. You're tripping. But you just get too much candy. This right here is the Millennial Kingdom, because when the light was born, it created a ripple effect, and then Jesus said, let there be light, and it blew it at just the right way, where Jesus would be born at just the right time. So at this precise moment, Jesus himself would start arriving just before the actual boom, God. Like, let there be light. All is one and one. The singularity arrives. And if you don't have Jesus, bloop, you're gone.
That has wings.
Yeah, it does, huh?
Is it God?
Well, God is an angel. We can't see God, really. But this period of time, if Jesus did not come, everybody would be like, everything's going to go crazy. But we
Does
go...
God have wings?